Tonight, I want to speak about hyenas and lions, and a little more. A few days ago, at least one lion strayed out of the Nairobi National Park and killed a humble resident of Olosirkon village near the African Nazarene University in Rongai. Simon Kipkurui Rono had shared an evening meal with friends and left them at about 10 p.m. to return to his residence. His mangled remains were found in a thicket 2 days later. The attack happened barely 2 months after area residents had spotted several lions near the very place where Simon was mauled. A similar incident was reported in 2016 when a pride of lions strayed to the Rimpa area of Ongata Rongai and killed a man there. Just last month, a hyena was found stranded and roaming about in Langata Estate in the early hours of the morning, sending these city residents into a panic. These are only the latest in a series of incidents signaling a sharp rise in cases of human-wildlife conflict on the edges of the Nairobi National Park. This is why tonight we must talk about the future of this 73-year-old jewel of Kenya's capital city. There is no doubt that this is easily one of the most special parks in the world. As a matter of fact, it is the only one in the whole world that is this close to a city. But the sad fact is that we might be the last generation of Nairobians to enjoy the park. The park, by many accounts, is on its deathbed, and the lions and the hyenas are not to blame. You see, in 1946, when the park was formally established, Nairobi City had a population of just about 120,000 people. The park was this jungle out there that only the brave dared venture into. What's more, the park's southern boundary extended all the way to the Amboseli National Park. That means all the land in between the two parks had nothing but shrubs, plains, and plenty of wildlife. And as such, most of the southern boundary of the park remains without a fence to allow for that ease of movement. But now there are more than 4 million people in and around Nairobi. The southern migration corridor that extended to Amboseli is now almost fully inhabited, privatized, fenced, and generally made unavailable for the wildlife. On every edge, there is pressure on the park. Just the other day, did we not hive off part of the park to make a road? Did we not pass an entire railway line inside the park? Who is to say that the noise and disruptions are not to blame for the rising number of lions and hyenas leaving the park and straying into Rongai and other places? One could ask where all the successive governments were when the land in the migration corridor was being converted into private use. One could even ask why no one saw it coming. But that would be asking a question several decades too late. The real question now is, what to do now? There are no easy answers to this, but we must now be realistic about our expectations for the park. Should we shut it down and perhaps turn it into some high-end real estate? Should we fence it off completely, effectively turning it into a zoo? Should we reclaim part of the migration corridor and give the park a fighting chance? My wish for 2020 is that we can finally have a real conversation about the future of the Nairobi National Park. We can no longer pretend that all is well, because it is not. And by the way, those lions that killed my neighbor in Rongai, would they still be roaming around if the victim was some VIP who was mauled while walking his chihuahua in Karen? Or if they had invaded the CBD and perhaps attacked a member of parliament? I'm just wondering. And that is my angle tonight, and that is my angle for the year 2019.
Yes.
A friend of mine in the scientific community just reminded me about the decision that was made by the cabinet today to basically give a green light for the commercial farming of BT cotton, which is genetically modified cotton basically. And I guess that is to do with probably river takes revived, we need to grow more cotton.
Yeah.
But it's a very exciting thing in those scientific circles, because remember there had been some kind of a moratorium on genetically modified products almost 7 years ago, actually. And so in the scientific community, people do research and all that. It's an interesting talking point, and we're going to see that coming up more in 2020.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Listen, thank you. It's been a great year.
It has.
I'm personally looking forward to...
Where did you guys come from?
I know, like, right? I'm really looking forward to 2020 with you guys again. We're looking forward to 2020 with you as well.
True.
So thank you for that. It's been great.
Turuhusu tutume salamu.
Aya, tuma salam kwa watu wa banana.
But I think it's important for our viewers to know that we, as News Gang, as you see us on this table, is how we are on and off air. Yes, they make
actually we're a lot more riotous off air, to be honest.
But I think the show works because of you, and also because of the relationship that we have, and the friendship and the respect.
Yeah.
And I thank you all for 2019, and let's hope that 2020 will be as amazing as this has been.
It is.
Asanteni sana. It's been a great one.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Christmas holiday and Utamaduni Day.
Mungu awabariki.
Is it starting this year?
Lakini
What's that?
Lina start Utamaduni Day Eve.
Happy Utamaduni Day.
Happy Utamaduni Day.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So listen, thank you so much. And really, God bless you in 2019. As you spend time with family and friends, I really do hope that you get to do that. Family is everything. Be it the family that you work with, the family that you live with in your household. Have a great one. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless.
Good night.
Bye.